Although an essential part of the air transport sector, business aviation is in the targets of the protesters and those concerned about sustainable aviation. Well, we're with somebody now who actually has a great solution. Eloa Guillotin, you have got something that the business aviation world is calling out for. Tell us about what Beyond Aero does.
Yes, thank you. Beyond Aero is building an electric private jet. It's a 5 to 8 passenger, so about 6-seater, able to fly on 1,500 kilometers. It's an electric aircraft because the engine are electric, but it's not lithium batteries. It's powered from fuel cells, that means from hydrogen. It's gas hydrogen that will be able to provide the electricity.
And what is Beyond Aero doing in this program? You're coming up with a propulsion idea. Are you talking about the airframe as well?
Yes, well, the key is to cool down the fuel cells and to have a special place for the tanks. So our IP and what Beyond Aero is doing is to rethink the aircraft architecture around the powertrain. So we are trying to buy everything from on the shelf, from suppliers, from traditional aerospace suppliers, and we integrate everything in a new aircraft design. So it has a special air intake system on the top of the fuselage. You have a special belly for the tanks, and that's really the IP of the company.
Okay, so when you start flying, where are you going to pick up your fuel from, your hydrogen?
That's a whole transition. That's why Beyond Aero is not alone in the transition of the market. We are speaking with airports, with hydrogen providers, with truck, with insurance. Everyone is in transition. We start with the main big business airports. So you have London, Paris, Geneva, Nice, Berlin, Milano. It's most of the European market first, big airport first, and then we will scale to smaller airports.
And in terms of the power, the test that you've been doing, and we can see some of that behind us now, you're talking about 850 kilowatts, and you've got to get to a megawatt.
Well, yes. So that's a subscale powertrain that we have done in 18 months. 85 kilowatts, but it's an electric engine. Here you have the hydrogen tanks and the fuel cell. But then that was made in a startup mode, working with Formula One suppliers. This one is not certifiable. The key is to redevelop the same, but 300 kilowatts powertrain with a fuel cell. And then we're going to have twins. It's not going to be 1 megawatt fuel cell. We have several segregated powertrain for certification.
And when's the target for this to be flying?
We don't have a date because the certification on hydrogen are not defined yet. So we are discussing with everyone. So I can't announce any date, but for sure it's going to start innovation in this type of product going to start in CS23, business aviation, light jets. So that's why we can expect to see such an aircraft before the end of the decade, so before 2030.
A program like this and certification costs a lot of money. What are you doing about funding?
So it's a mix of private funding. Today we raised 10 million, so it's going to take for sure a lot more. Then we have public grants. So we were just part of the French France 2030 program. We are one of the laureates. So it's helping for the next fundraising. And then you have loan also.
Great. Wish you the very best of luck with the program.
Thank you so much.